All right, so I do not love this question. I've seen this question before. I just don't think it's a great flaw question. Anyways, it says, Bowers, a few theorists hold the extreme view, that society could flourish in a condition of anarchy, the absence of government. So these few theorists have this extreme view. So obviously our author is saying that, hey, this isn't normal. This is not what we typically would think someone would have this view. That society could flourish in a condition of anarchy. And so here we have that they're saying that anarchy is the absence of government. Once again, we have some, so that's weak. At least one of these theorists have even produced interesting arguments to support that position. One writer, for example, contends that anarchy is laissez-faire capitalism taken to its extreme. Okay, so they're saying apparently these theorists must be libertarians, and they're saying, hey, anarchy is totally fine. That means no rules. It's capitalism to the extreme. But so we have our contention here. These theorists' view ignore the fundamental principle of social philosophy. Ooh, I wonder what this is. That an acceptable social philosophy must promote peace and order. Any social philosophy that countenances, I don't know how to pronounce that, chaos, i.e. anarchy, accordingly deserves no further attention. All right, so is this an argument or a set of facts? It's definitely an argument, so we want to see what is our conclusion. Our conclusion is any social philosophy that allows chaos, or in other words, anarchy, deserves no further attention. Then we ask ourselves if this is a valid argument. I don't know how we can get from something just not, why do things have to have a social, I'm wondering why something has to be allowed by this social philosophy to deserve our attention. Like maybe something that we might not even agree with deserves our attention because we can at least learn from it. I feel like that's very strong. The reasoning in Bauer's argument is the most vulnerable to criticism on the grounds that, so if I was going to predict this, the absence of government, I guess like I don't love this word chaos. Like, why does without government not equal chaos? Like maybe the chaos is good, like capitalism, like, oh, things are going all over. So let's go ahead and check out these answer choices. A, oh yes, A, the meaning of key terms shifts illicitly during the course of the argument. Yeah, so up here we talk about anarchy and we say anarchy is just the absence of government. This argument is extremely biased because it goes from just telling us that these theorists think that anarchy might be able to flourish because in their eyes, anarchy is just the absence of government. Their support that they use for that is, like, think about laissez-faire capitalism, just taken to its extreme. No rules, everybody fends for themselves. Well, why does that have to mean chaos? And we do, i.e. is another way that you can obviously give an example or give a definition. So it's using two different definitions for the word anarchy, and that's why A is going to be our answer choice. I think a lot of people pick B on this question. The argument fails to show that laissez-faire capitalism deserves to be rejected as a social philosophy. I don't think it necessarily does that because it does offer support for why it should be rejected, but B isn't related to our conclusion, which is that any social philosophy that allows chaos doesn't deserve our attention. Well, how do we know that this anarchy or this absence of government is chaos? C, the truth or felicity of a view is not determined by the number of people who accept it as true. Well, yeah, but that's not what happens. Because remember, on Flaw questions, we want to ask ourselves, does this happen? If yes, then we ask ourselves, is this a problem? Well, C doesn't happen. D, the argument presumes without providing justification. So the argument assumes that any peaceful society will flourish. No, that's not what it says at all, and that has nothing to do with our conclusion. And E, it is unreasonable to reject a view merely because it can be described as extreme. Well, I mean, that would be a flaw, but that's not what happens in our argument. So yes, our answer choice would definitely be A.